Welcome to GoonGamer review of Clair, Obscur Expedition 33. And before we get into it, let's just take a listen to this beautiful music that is playing in the intro. Now that's over. I've been getting a lot about playing this game. It's supposed to be the game of the year. Trump announced it. IGN says the game of the year. A lot of people say it's the game of the year. So now it's time for GoonGamer's review of this game to see if it's game of the year. As we start off, you have a resting camp. It's definitely an RPG game. You're going to be exploring a lot, upgrading a lot, and becoming a strong character within the world of being the expedition. Now when it comes with the attributes, it's understandable. You level up your levels of your health, your might, your ability, your defense, and your luck. Me personally, I just like to rely on health, strength, and defense, but ability plays a big role because the ability will allow you to be able to attack numerous times. And then when you open up more of your skill trees, you have different attacks to bring upon your enemy once you get further into the game to change up, because again, every attack has an effect on the enemy that might be weak for them and they can't take. So again, when we've been playing RPG games and turn-based games, of course we already understand that we need to make sure that we are on a higher level on being able to know what staggers the enemy, what kills the enemy fast, and what effects that enemy does not like for us to be able to KO them with no problem. Again, we've already had this type of game. Now, I'm not understanding how everyone is wanting something different when we've been getting the same type of game. The levels are amazing. The graphics of this game is amazing as well. The visual of the architect of the person, the designer, the designers of this game, they did a good job. The game is beautiful, don't get me wrong. I even found like cute little disco type llamas. So again, whoever did the designs of the levels did an amazing job, because when I played this level, I can only think of one song. It's a beautiful game. If I said it before, literally makes me think of just how beautiful it is. Like again, I'm a man that's also into visual architect. I love to be amazed by the designs of the engineer of the machine that can create a beautiful image and picture of a game that allows you to feel like you're in their game. But now we're gonna go down slippery slope. You might even lose your head on this one. Now this is where I feel like the game has lost me and I don't find no interest in it. The story is pretty bland to me. I don't feel no attachments to the characters. I don't feel no attachment to the story. I don't feel no attachment at all. Most of the times when I play games with stories, I love them so much, like Mass Effect, Skyrim, and other RPG games that I really do love. But here's a GoonGamer skit of how I feel, how the story is. What's the motto, Goon? We lost so many out there. So many explorers. Yeah, but just me and you here. I feel like we don't even stand a chance. We can keep fighting and fighting. But if we don't find other explorers, we might be the ones that's being just like the rest of the corpse. Left for dead. You can't keep beating yourself up. We made a vow to be explorers. We must keep fighting. We must keep going. And if there are other explorers, we must help them. That is the way. That is the way. Again, guys, with that being said, the game has a flaw to me to where in my opinion, my POV, looks isn't all that. Looks isn't all that when you have a dialogue to me that I feel doesn't make me a part of the team. I hate to say it, but let's be real. In my point of view, some people may feel certain characters, those characters in the game, but I really don't genuinely feel no connection with them. At first, like I said, when I played the game, it kind of reminded me of BioShock. Like I said, with the graphics, with the intro, with the expedition at the beginning, I kind of felt like, alright, with these graphics, the gameplay, the storyline, everything gonna connect. But everything don't connect. Especially when you have to continuously parry against enemies and not knowing until you play against them enough to know how they attack. Because that's the issue. Another issue I have is that I have to rely on my right bumper every time fighting an enemy, because that is my parry attack. Again, it falls back with the agility. If my agility is not up, they can attack numbers of time after time after time, and I have to keep worrying about my health, my health, my health. Again, you want me to play into an open world where I have to fight enemies off until I be strong enough to fight enemies like this. But if I'm not ready and parry, it's one enemy after another enemy that kills me, and then I'm stuck with the last one. And if I don't know the attacks and I'm aggravated, I can't parry. Look at it. I can't. I'm already aggravated. And I know he's not going to be strong to take it down all the health. And then they asked me to use my other force expedition. She ain't ready. Let's go home. So I give this game a 7.8 out of 10.